To celebrate Easter this year, while we are still in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, is to confirm our confidence that another life is possible. It is to say, another way of organizing ourselves as human society in this world and in this moment of history is possible. To celebrate Easter this year is to renew our hope. Jesus has freed us from the fear of death and has opened the way out of slavery. So let us not look for him among the dead. The tomb is empty. The crucified one liveth. He is the risen one. He walks before us, showing us the way to the new life that is possible. The crucified one was not trapped in the tomb, as was intended by those who subject him to an unjust political religious process, to the torture of the Passion, and hang him on the cross. This year, we ask for the kind of faith that Abraham had. It is the faith that makes us capable of putting all our trust in God, leaving behind our old way of life, and beginning a journey that leads only God knows where. It is a faith that asks us to climb the mountains indicated by God. It is a faith that asks to be ready to sacrifice what we are most attached to, knowing that God gives us what is dearest to Him, His own Son, in order to give us new life. This year, we ask for the faith of Moses. He was placed at the head of a people on the march through the desert towards the Promised Land. He only knew about this Promised Land because he trusted the covenant with God, the God who accompanied and guided them toward it. This year, we ask for the faith of the prophets, who during the time of exile knew how to read the sign of the Spirit and announce the return to the Promised Land and to a new life. Jesus' resurrection was not a simple return to his former life, to the normality of his relationship with his disciple, with his mother, with the people. He did not return to the normality of preaching from town to town, healing the sick, casting out demons, and astonishing everyone with the power of the Word of God proposed with such credibility. The Passover of Jesus, his life, passion, and death on the cross, was the passage to a new life, to the fullness of God's life. It was like, but so much more than the Passover of the Israelites when they crossed the Red Sea on foot to live the life of slavery and enter the desert heading for the Promised Land. The resurrection of Jesus was and is an experience of radical transformation quite different from a return to the past. It was totally different from the experience of Lazarus, whom Jesus restored to the old normal, and so Lazarus died again, like all human beings. By contrast, the crucified, resurrected ones dies no more. He has broken the bonds of death. To experience the resurrection of Jesus in this year of 2021 is to open ourselves once more to the possibility of bringing about a profound transformation of the relationship that shape the current economic, social, and power structures in the world. Many of these are relationships and structures that cause inequality. They keep the majority of human beings in the slavery of a life without dignity. For the Israelites, the Promised Land was not on the other side of the Red Sea. It was necessary to walk 40 years in the desert and to fight in order to conquer it. The guarantee that things would work out was the covenant with God, who accompanied his people day and night. There was no lack of temptation to turn back. The difficulties on the journey made them long for their former life in Egypt, forgetting the slavery they had endured and their longing for the water of the Nile and for the meat and vegetables that they had been able to eat. They were weary of the hardship of the desert, of eating only manna. Just like the Israelites in the desert, we too have a long road ahead if we are to bring about the profound transformations necessary to advance towards the social justice and the environmental balance that will bring all peoples closer to a dignified human life. Just like them, we feel weary. More than a year of pandemic waits on each one of us, our families, cities, countries, regions. We don't see clearly when and how we will come out of it. The desire arises to return to the way we were before, but we forget or do not want to see that the suffering we are living today has been provoked by our past way of living. In this situation, at this time of Easter, the crucified risen one offers us back the hope we need if we are to seize this opportunity to promote the radical transformations our world needs, and to move forward in a reconciled way with the environment, with each other, and with God. Therefore, this year, the gift of the Lord's Passover is the gift of hope. To celebrate Easter 2021 is to accept that gift of hope and to get involved in the work of transforming the world. Let us join that movement of transformation. All of humanity is longing for it. We go forward, knowing that the Lord accompanies us with His Spirit. It is this spirit of hope and confidence in God that I can say to you, Happy Easter. May the risen Lord bless you with peace, joy, and hope.